Hi guys, I'm attorney Sean Dillenbeck. I've created this video for you out there viewing my website that have the opportunity to get to know me a little bit better. I know that an About Me section is a common feature of attorney websites, so I wanted to provide the same thing for people viewing my website. With that said, perhaps I'm a bit old-fashioned, but I've always believed that a face-to-face interaction can tell you a lot more about a person, about their strengths or weaknesses, than can the written word or a written synopsis about that person on a web page. So I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to assess me and the strengths of my skills under the most scrutinizing means possible, the video camera. So with that said, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about me. The first thing about me is that I'm a native Charlottean, went through the CMS school systems. And if you've lived in Charlotte for any period of time, I think you'll probably agree it's kind of a rare thing. There aren't a whole lot of us who grew up here that are still living here post-graduation. And the reason I'm back here practicing law is that this community was pretty instrumental in shaping me into the man that I am today. It certainly prepared me for college and law school at the University of Georgia. And so I wanted to come back and give back to the people in the community that gave me so much growing up. Next thing about me is that I am a young, ambitious attorney. It is my goal to be the absolute best attorney in Charlotte with respect to DWI defense and consumer bankruptcy. My goal is to be number one. And that is a goal that I pursue with unbridled passion. And so, with that said, my practice of law is a little bit different than a lot of young attorneys that are striking it out on their own. A lot of young attorneys will take cases in a broad area of laws, or I should say a wide range of laws, in order to make money. And my approach is a little bit different. As I said, my goal is to be the absolute best attorney money can buy. So I limit myself specifically to DWI defense and consumer bankruptcy so that I can focus full-time on learning those laws and their intricacies through and through. So that not only am I ahead of the game in terms of my other newly minted colleagues, but also that I have the same knowledge base as attorneys that have been practicing for much longer than I have. Next thing about me is I think you'll find that I am much more accessible than your average attorney is. And the reason for that is twofold. First, I heard a judge in Georgia say one time that the best trial attorneys were those that really like their clients. And based on my courtroom experience thus far, I found that to be true. When you've got a client you really like, you don't see him as a client, you see him as a friend. And if you've got a friend that's in trouble, I think the natural reaction is you want to go the extra mile for him to help him through that time period. And beyond that, if they're your friend, it's natural for them to have an easy means of contacting you. So I provide that to my clients. And even for clients that I couldn't necessarily see myself being friends with outside of the attorney-client relationship, I'm still very conscientious of the fact that if they're seeing me, they've got some pretty serious legal issues going on in their lives, and they're scared about what the long-term implications of those issues are to their lives. And beyond me being a zealous advocate for them in the courtroom, they need me to be a counselor to them, to guide them through this time, and to give them whatever reassurance or guidance I can through this difficult time in their lives. I'm very conscientious of that fact, and I agree with it. They need me to be there to talk to them. And so rather than doing what a lot of attorneys do and giving you, layers of insulation between you and them and making you talk to their, secretary, the legal assistant, the paralegal before you finally get to them, when you call me, you call the number I provide on this website. That's my direct personal cell phone number. It's the same number that I use to talk to my family and close friends. So you don't have to worry about, running through circles of, other people working for me. I think that's a pretty good deal and certainly a better means of accessibility than any other attorneys providing to clients right now in Charlotte. Next thing about me pertains to my rates. In this current economic recession, I've noticed that a lot of people, especially with respect to DWI cases, are trying to handle the DWI case on their own. And fortunately, we've got some good judges here in Charlotte that aren't allowing people to do that. And the reason why that's good is that a DWI case is a very, very serious matter. It's not something to be taken lightly. Even if your prior criminal record is squeaky clean, your first DWI conviction, depending on the facts, could land you 2 years in jail and a $4,000 fine. That's not something you want to mess around with. When you're facing legal consequences that steep, you need to give yourself the absolute best opportunity of coming out of that case a winner, and only hiring legal counsel is going to do that for you. With that said, I don't think you should have to go broke doing it either. And so, while the going rate in Charlotte for DWI representation, for the attorney's fees portion, not including your court costs and criminal fees and penalties you may have to pay, is currently $1,000. But what I have done, given that so many people are having difficulty making ends meet here in Charlotte, is I've cut that rate in half. I will charge you $500 for my personal fee to represent you. And as I said, that's about half of what the going rate is here in Charlotte. And I think it provides you both a great opportunity to come out of your case a winner, and also provides you with legal representation you need to come out of your case a winner without having to go broke doing so. So with that said, I apologize for the siren in the background. Evidently there's a fire or something like that going on. If you have any other further questions or concerns for me, I would encourage you to give me a call. Like I said, I provide you with my personal cell phone number, 704-236-0184. And call me anytime if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you.